John chapter 8. Jesus went to the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple. And all the people came to him, and he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and Pharisees brought him a woman who was taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst of them, they said to him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that they should be stoned. But what do you say? They said this, tempting him, so they might accuse him. But Jesus stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground, as if he did not hear them. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said to them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning with the eldest, even to the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had lifted up himself and saw no one but the woman, he said to her, Woman, where are those of your accusers? Has no man condemned you? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said to her, Neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more. Then Jesus spoke again to them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. The Pharisees therefore said to him, You bear record of yourself, so your record is not true. Jesus answered and said to them, Though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true, for I know from where I came and where I go. But you cannot tell where I came and where I go. You judge after the flesh. I judge no man. And yet if I judge, my judgment is true. For I am not alone, but I and the Father that sent me. It is also written in your law that the testimony of two men is true. I am one that bear witness of myself, and the Father that sent me bears witness of me. Then they said to him, Where is your Father? Jesus answered, You neither know me or my Father. If you had known me, you should have known my Father also. These words Jesus spoke in the treasury as he taught in the temple, and no man laid hands on him, for his hour had not yet come. Then Jesus said again to them, I go my way, and you shall seek me, and shall die in your sins. Where I go, you cannot come. Then the Jews said, Will he kill himself? Because he said, Where I go, you cannot come? And he said to them, You are from beneath, I am from above. You are of this world, I am not of this world. I said therefore to you that you shall die in your sins, for if you do not believe that I am, you shall die in your sins. Then they said to him, Who are you? And Jesus said to them, Even the same that I said to you from the beginning. I have many things to say and to judge of you, but he that sent me is true, and I speak to the world those things which I have heard of him. They did not understand that he spoke to them of the Father. Then Jesus said to them, When you have lifted up the Son of Man, then you shall know that I am, and that I do nothing of myself, but as my Father has taught me, I speak these things. And he that sent me is with me, for the Father has not left me alone, for I do always those things that please him. As he spoke these words, many believed on him. Then Jesus said to those Jews which believed on him, If you continue in my word, then you are my disciples indeed, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. They answered him, We are Abraham's seed, and were never in bondage to any man, how do you say, you shall be made free? Jesus answered them, Verily, verily, I say to you, whosoever commits sin is the servant of sin. And the servant does not abide in the house forever, but the Son abides forever. If the Son therefore shall make you free, you shall be free indeed. I know that you are Abraham's seed, but you seek to kill me, because my word has no place in you. I speak that which I have seen with my Father, and you do that which you have seen with your father. They answered and said to him, Abraham is our father. Jesus said to them, If you were Abraham's children, you would do the works of Abraham. But now you seek to kill me, a man that has told you the truth, which I have heard from God. This Abraham did not do. You do the deeds of your father. Then they said to him, We are not born of fornication. We have one Father, even God. Jesus said to them, If God were your Father, you would love me, for I proceeded forth and came from God. Neither did I come of myself, but he sent me. Why do you not understand my speech? Even because you cannot hear my word. You are of your father, the devil, and the lusts of your father you will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaks a lie, he speaks of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, you do not believe me. Which of you convinces me of sin? And if I say the truth, why do you not believe me? He that is of God hears God's words. You therefore hear them not, because you are not of God. Then the Jews answered and said to him, Isn't it true that you are a Samaritan and have a devil? Jesus answered, I do not have a devil, but I honor my Father, and you dishonor me. And I seek not my own glory, though there is one that seeks and judges. Verily, verily, I say to you, if a man keeps my sayings, he shall never see death. Then the Jews said to him, Now we know that you have a devil. Abraham is dead, and the prophets, and you say, If a man keeps my sayings, he shall never taste of death. Are you greater than our father Abraham, who is dead, and the prophets are dead? Whom do you make yourself to be? Jesus answered, If I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honors me, of whom you say that he is your God. Yet you have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say I know him not, I shall be a liar like you. But I know him and keep his saying. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. Then the Jews said to him, You are not yet 50 years old, and you have seen Abraham? Jesus said to them, Verily, verily, I say to you, before Abraham was, I am. Then they took up stones to throw at him, but Jesus hid himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by.